What is up, everybody? My name is Owen Doyle, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down my last video, which is a commercial for a sweatshirt that I launched called the Hourglass Collective. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a slide card here, or it's linked in description. You can watch it after this, and I'll play a little short clip right now. Alright, so what I'm going to be breaking down is the idea of the commercial, the editing process, color grading, and sound design. So let's get right into it. Alright, so for shooting this commercial, there's 4 parts. 1 is the motocross scene, 2, the gym scene, 3 is the motorcycle roller shots, and the 4th one is with the white canvas set up in the background, and then just a sweatshirt in the shot. Alright, so to start off, I take all my footage, I put it in a selects timeline, and then lay it all out for each day, cut some stuff up here and there, and then I color coordinate all these clips that are on this V2 timeline. These are the clips that I'll drag into my cut 2 timeline. These are my favorite clips that I'm definitely going to use. Well, at least I think I'm definitely going to use. So started out with 29 minutes of footage. Wow, quite a bit. And then cut that all down to 41 seconds. Now, this is my timeline here. As you can see, there's not even close to as many clips as there are in this top selects line because I cut out quite a bit. This scene here wasn't even in my selects. Cut this scene out. Boots walking. This was originally filmed 2 days before the commercial came out, because I needed a filler shot because I was having a problem. I was using let's see, I was using this song right here. Play a quick clip of it.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands.
Now I had all these markers for where the beat dropped, and I felt like it didn't work because I couldn't find a good flow to this song. So then I hopped on, this song is from Artlist, hopped on to Music Bed, found this song, Lions Inside, play a quick clip of it.
If you leave me to my own device, I never have to compromise. The city is like a jungle, gotta make it by.
Now the reason I went with Lions Inside is because I can make faster cuts. So if I zoom in on this timeline here, if you look at these cuts, they're pretty similar in length because they're all cut on the beats here. Well, they're cut, I like to cut 1 frame before the beat drops. That way it's a little smoother and not as harsh as a cut. So when I zoom in here, a majority of these clips are all the same length because the beat is consistent throughout this song. So it made for easy cuts. And then where it changes, I mean, the shots get a little bit longer, or if it's like a hero shot where I really want to hold on to it, the clip will be a little bit longer than the rest of them. So this shot I held a little bit longer than the rest of Marsh walking into the gym. And then right here there's like a little piano hit. It's not like a bass hit, it's just a piano hit. So the vocals carry out, and I'm not even gonna try to sing them like he does because no, I don't even want to go there, but listen to this.
In a game where the strong survive. Only the strong.
So as soon as he's done saying survive, I cut it right there. And then the next vocal that comes in is on this shot of Ty. This is my cuts timeline. Did most of my sound design in here. And then just the only effect is this title. And then what I did was take this timeline and brought it into DaVinci Resolve, color graded it, popped it into a copy. The copy of the timeline is where all my color grading was. Now, I love color grading in DaVinci Resolve because it has way more tools like for tracking masks and all that stuff. So for the color grade, I went for a high key, punchy contrast, saturated look. I don't know, just very stylized. Just what I wanted to go with for this one. I mean, if you look in here, We zoom in to 75%. Lots of noise. Lots and lots of noise. Hop in here. Noise is non-existent. This is just grain I added in. And then for these gym shots, just teal in the background. Lots of teal, not so much orange. I mean, teal and orange in this for sure. This is like a blockbuster look. And then for like the motorcycle and motocross scenes, just lots of saturation. Blacks, pure blacks in here. If you looked at this on a waveform, just crush blacks, below 0. And then an effect I added was a glow effect to the highlights to get this kind of popping off. And then there's some orange in the highlights. Kind of a warmer look. And this is a cooler look. And that's about it for the color grade. I mean, I went pretty crazy on it. If you take these two shots, for example, big difference in them. So next, we'll hop back to a little bit of editing. These are all different clips here. Very basic. I'll play it quick. So just a fast cut. Basic, nothing crazy going on. Take it in here, brought this footage into After Effects, and now you get this. Just did some zooms here with quite a bit of motion blur on them inside of After Effects. You could download transitions and just put them on top here in Premiere Pro, but I feel like they're not as stylized and you can't really tweak them that much. And then so right here I got a wiggle expression going on. So it zooms out, and then right about here, it starts to zoom back in with this wiggle expression to make it look like we're moving faster than we are. And then I have this shot zoomed in, and then it pans from the right over to the left and kind of zooms in a little bit. I didn't want to track him. I could have put him dead center on this helmet here, but I didn't really want that. I just wanted him to somewhat go out of frame before it zooms in right here to Martian the rower. And another one is this hard cut here to the zoom in wiggle expression I did in After Effects. If you don't know what a wiggle expression is, I mean, there's plenty of videos out there that explain it. Now for sound design, I went pretty heavily on this. To open this panel big like this, all you do is hit your tilde key if you're on a Mac. It's on the top left. So with sound design opened here, there is quite a few layers. Specifically for this motocross scene, it's actually filmed in camera, and that's the sound right here. For all the motorcycle scenes, all these sounds were downloaded off the internet because for the scenes I didn't have a external microphone on. It was just recorded internally of the camera. So I just downloaded sounds off Epidemic Sounds and put them in here and just layered them up. Keyframes in and out as sounds go in and out. And what I like to do is, if you look here, the dirt bike scene starts right here, but I faded the sound in a little after. I just felt it fit better. But if you look on the motorcycle clip, I let that drag out a little bit longer. For the dirt bike driving away, I faded the sound in quite a bit earlier than when you actually see it. Let's find another example of this. I mean, this sound here, motorcycle, starts here, but the actual clip comes in right here and it ends right here, but the actual sound of the motorcycle ends here because I also have a motorcycle shot here, which that sound for this clip comes in right here. If that makes sense. So these two clips are together, but it starts here. And then as Marsh, our actor in here, is walking in, we have some footsteps. All right, right here, as it's coming into these transitions, I have all these whooshes and risers throughout this whole section here. All these are just risers from a sound pack I got off the internet. There's quite a few in here. I have them all stacked in, and then I just turn down the volume. That way they don't clip. That way they don't go above 0 decibels with the music. So the music's turned down to, I believe, -10 dBs, and then all these sounds are about -5. So you get this out of it.
Only the strong survive. You shame
there actually isn't even a motorcycle like whooshing by really fast. This is the motorcycle sound right here. The reason this works is because it's passing by, and then this is kind of like a whoosh. So most people use like a sound like that, but I went with the motorcycle whooshing by because you can actually see a motorcycle in here, so it makes sense to hear them whooshing by. But I mean, in real life, it was not even close to that sound. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like on this video, and if you haven't yet, subscribe.